So, hello everybody, and welcome to Salma Musa Talks. And I absolutely know that you are totally confused about how often I post these videos, how often do I actually put myself out here. One for sure, you know that I love putting myself out here. I love speaking to all of you and whoever's coming across this video. If you know a little bit about me, you know that I love speaking to you guys through various topics and things that's going on with my life and things that I want to share with you. But I've also not been consistent. I've not been consistent with my videos that I'm pouring, putting it out here, the topics that I want to do. And in the past few years, I've been trying multiple things. I know many of you would have seen me speak about a community that I wanted to start recently on Eve Nest. Eve Next, right? Again, the next word is coming in, but Eve Nest it was. Yes, if I remember, it was Eve Nest. It was again around health and well-being, but it was more focused towards women, menopause, and women, and the changes that we see in that in the transition of journey, of growing and aging and stuff like that. And I did kickstart it. I did speak to a lot of communities, but there the approach and thinking was very different. I wanted to align the initiative with existing communities and see how I could spread the word on women health. But as I went deeper into it, I realized that whatever said and done, it's ahead of the curve. Even women do not find themselves comfortable speaking about it to a large extent. And all said and done, I think the more truthfully authentic answer is that I myself am still figuring it out. Right, I'm going through my perimenopause still, and I'm figuring it out. So I didn't see myself as qualified or aware enough to run a community around it and build awareness. And it shouldn't be that in the process I'm kind of giving the wrong information, so kind of got a little hesitant about it and stepped back. But apart from that, life's been great. Life's been taking me to new places and new people. And the reason why I'm here today is because the last few months have been amazing, amazing because it's been challenging me. It's been making me question my status quo. And I've kind of brought myself to a place where believe, I believe that I'm ready. I'm ready to be me. I'm ready to look internally more. I'm ready to process my journey and actually the story that I want to create and talk about. But I'm not here just because of me. I have to tell you this. The reason I'm here and the reason I'm going to tell you about it is because I met a few people in these past few months and kind of, came together to do something. And I've just jumped a few steps ahead. In simple, I had two options with me today morning. I'm at this beautiful place and I've kind of, taken these last 3 days to restructure my mindset, my things, my life, look at it in a more inclusive manner internally, and kind of root my thoughts deeper into the ground of the space that I am in. And I'm leaving this place more happier, more peaceful. But also I wanted to do something before I leave this place, right? So hence I kind of took a few steps forward. But let me tell you about these people. So it's CK, you all know. Oh yeah, absolutely, right? CK has been my friend, my coach, my colleague. Most important, he's been my role model. For the last 2 years, I've been shouting out loud about him, about the learnings from him and things that I have evolved with his journey with me. So that has been there and that is constant. He is someone that who has brought the other two people into my life who have now become a big influence, a big inspiration for me. So, as you all know, CK had introduced me to a client of mine, Marin Infra, and I'm working as a chief revenue officer there. And in that company, again, the founder, a brilliant person, an amazing friend, a visionary, and he brought a friend of his to speak at a fitness event. And I met Dr. Dharini there, right? And it was an interesting meeting. Someday, when he's with me, I'm going to speak about how we met, how we connected. We're going to talk about how serendipity played a key role on of him being there that day and me absolutely, adopting his thoughts and taking his advice and realizing that there were so many connecting dots. So, Dr. Dharini is a person who kind of got connected through that, a professional platform again, similar to CK, but went out to become a very big influencer for me, and but also the knowledge that he came about well-being and health, right? Because he comes from a medical background again, and this session is not about introducing him because I would like him to be there when I'm doing that, but this is more about telling what the connecting dots did, right? He comes with a lot of medical knowledge, the understanding of the workings of our body, the anatomy, the genes, and everything that he spoke that day resonated so well with me, and hence the dots got connected. And from that day I've been glued with his views, with his thoughts, and to some extent even with him. I think if he's by now not minded me going after him and pinging him, messaging him to be associated in various talks or conversations or collaborations, then if he's okay with it, that means he's got used to my madness. But if he's not okay with it, I think he'll get used to it, right? Anyway, so that's one. And then a few weeks later, I mean, a few weeks earlier, CK again introduced me and Dr. Dharini to a friend of his who's in his late 70s, but a brilliant, brilliant inspiration for people like me and many of us who are now looking at aging gracefully, or, aging in a healthy manner, not slowing down, enabling longevity, longevity, and also working with our bodies to become greater than who we are despite all odds. Now, again, his introduction is massive. He's achieved a lot, but we connected brilliantly because our mindset, our consistency, our discipline, and our focus towards natural well being and movement has been the common links, right? So the four of us got together and we've been talking about this next curve. Oops, I actually said it. Anyway, we've been talking about an initiative where we spread the word, right? There is a 40s individual who's medically completely synced with well-being and health and aging in the most beautiful manner. Then there is CK and Hari who are actually living it all, like doing it themselves, and being the voice for health and well-being. And then it's me. You all know me. I've been on both sides of it, right? Like I've been the most unhealthiest, absolutely the chaos when it comes to the right things, and then here I am today, right? So, and we're all from 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, right? The four decades is what we cover, right? And it's a beautiful combo, and you're going to see a lot of us. But today I wanted to share with you that we've been discussing this, but I take the privilege of announcing to you guys we are planning and we are working on bringing to you the best practices of a healthy, happy, movement filled life and aging in such a beautiful manner that you will enjoy what's coming at you. So, I would like to introduce you the next curve. The next curve is going to be an initiative which will have a community aspect of it. Again, about me, I love communities, I build communities, and I enjoy communities. And hence, we're building a community of like minded people of different age groups. It's not that you've got to be a 40 or a 50 or a 60 or a 70. No, there's no set rule. You could be a 20. As Dr. Dharini says, what do you say, the earlier you begin, the longer you're going to live in the most healthiest way, right? So you could be a teens, you could be 20s, you could be 30s, you could be in your 90s, right? But the mindset, the like mindedness, the ability to evolve yourself, work on yourself, bring your best versions, push your limits, and do it in the right manner, do it with awareness. And that's what we want to do. So build a community of like-minded people, have events around it. Plus, Hari's launched, I think, if I'm right, 4 books. Again, I'm reading right now his one of his book called mm, Vibrancy at 50, right? Yeah. And I've authored a couple of books, one being Fat to Fit, which you already know. I just 2 days back started my second, individual book as the carousel never stops. It's a love story between my heart and hope, right? So it's brilliant things that we're doing as a group. So keeping this in mind, we'll have a community-driven events, activities, workshops, talk shows, and stuff. Apart from that, we intend to have, these Sunday live sessions on LinkedIn, Facebook, and recorded session on our YouTube channel. At least I know CK and I have an active YouTube channel. CK more consistent, me more not so consistent, but I intend to be from here onwards. But on both our YouTube channels, but we're going to not just have an online thingy. We're going to have in person because this is all about movement, activity, and doing it, not GAN giving. We intend to do that. So please take this opportunity to wish us, join us, be a part of this movement. And yep, the next curve is what I am passionate about, along with all the other things that I'm already am. But yeah, so this is a phase that I'm really, really looking forward to, which will take me into a place which I've always dreamt and wished and prayed for, where I'm more calm, more peaceful, more happy, more healthy, and I'm able to make an impact, right? Make an impact to businesses through my mentoring, to business leaders through my ability to relate and connect with them, to understand their challenges, and to also work out my skill set of problem solving to help them grow. Women who are going through their uh, menopause and the changes in the body, to work with them and encourage them. And now, aging with grace, aging with power, aging with, you know, everything that you can do, which you've not done before, right? Not slowing down, in fact, expanding yourself and becoming more. And in this journey, adding more and more people like Dr. Dharini, Hari, CK, and me into this movement, into this community to make bigger impact, larger impact. So, yeah. And I know there would be a question in your mind, okay, she believes in this. Now, how long is this going to be? Which is very fair, very fair. Because when I start something, I'm completely committed on this and I believe that I would do it. And if I'm fading it away or leaving it behind or moving on, it's not because the value behind it is lost interest, lost its focus with me. It's not. I'm still very committed on encouraging, educating, and building awareness on menopause. But the what do you say? The platform, the approach, the reach, and the attention that it needed from me. might have changed a little bit. So, as of now, I can tell you this: my intention, my values are driven just purely with four pillars. One being health, fitness, well being, movement, and peace of mind. That's one pillar of our well being, right? The second pillar is being able to, businesses, to grow businesses, to support them, to bring my skill sets to align with businesses and entities to take them to the bigger milestones. The third being the founder or the entrepreneur or the visionary support system. I've been on all of these positions. I have had my journey, and I know how consuming it can be. So the fallback person to leaders who can trust me with their challenges, with their burnout moments, or even to thrive in the journey of building great businesses. And the last but not the least, it's the women who are going through the challenges of transformation or changes or, and the physical changes that come in, the anatomy that they were trying to understand, their businesses, their ability to become great leaders, to be heard, to position yourself in at the level of being able to take decisions by yourself, being financially independent, women well-being. So it's these four pillars that still drive me. So the next curve is also applying for me. This next curve begins today. From this very place where I came to fix myself, I'm now ready to take my next curve. So join this journey, join this community with me, and let's make this happen, right? And let's make a better world from here for ourselves, for the people around, and for the generations to come. Love you guys. Have a beautiful Sunday, and you'll see more of me. It's a promise. Mwah.